Welcome, acolytes. Today I'm reacting to Coffeezilla's KSI accidentally exposed his crypto scam. And the short part of it is, well, I actually expected that to come at some point. But for right now, let's just see what Coffeezilla, the man, the legend, actually, like, if you want to do anything in life, strive to the perfection that Coffeezilla does. And yeah, let's just start and see what he has to say about him.
One of the world's most popular YouTubers, but yesterday he accidentally exposed the pump and dump crypto scams that he promoted. They've been hidden for 2 years, but only came out when KSI logged back into his old Twitter account, saying, "Does this still work?" Now, if you didn't know, this is KSI's crypto account where he used to talk about crypto coins he liked, but he messed up because one investigator has been waiting for him to return to the scene of the crime. And that person is not me. It's Zach XBT, a crypto investigator on Twitter who I'll link below because his work is incredible. He's a friend of the show. We've collaborated a lot. I just encourage...
I don't know this guy, but hey, if Coffee says it like that, then please check the other guy out because, well, crypto stuff, I'm gonna dive in it at some point, maybe for my own amusement, but maybe I'm gonna just show it here. I don't know.
Encourage you to go follow him, but I was shocked when he said this. In before he starts sharing garbage again, dumping your tokens on Logan Paul's lapdog is permitted and encouraged. Now, many people, including myself, hadn't seen anything from KSI to this point that seemed shady, but Zach had been waiting for this moment. He goes on, "Remember when KSI posted this? All of a sudden, my XCAD bag is looking juicy again. Hodl gang then proceeded to dump $850,000 worth of XCAD over the following days from his wallet address." Now, obviously, I was stunned by this, but looking at the date of when this all happened, I realized Zach has been holding onto this piece of evidence, waiting for KSI to come back to this account for years. He had this tweet in the drafts, and KSI logging back in activated the trap card. Zach also shared a picture as proof, a series of transactions from KSI's wallet.
So he basically Yu-Gi-Oh! Trap carded his ass. That's freaking funny. And I just imagine how he just stood there for effing years, just totally disheveled, didn't eat, didn't drink anything, survived somehow just by pure might of spite, and just went, I gotcha, bitch, gotcha.
We're starting on March 27th when he sent that tweet. KSI started selling XCAD. The same day he tweeted he was part of the HODL gang, slang for someone who wouldn't sell this crypto coin, right? In fact, that wasn't the only time KSI has mentioned this holding stance publicly.
I'm holding my bags. I'm holding my Luna, my XCAD.
Videos like this are why people genuinely thought KSI was just buying and holding, but he wasn't. This time he sold. And he tweeted again on March 30th, 2022. "Me looking at Zill and XCAD right now." And it might look like that means he's excited about this, but really he was looking at the sell button because he continued to sell XCAD to his fans who thought he was part of the HODL gang once again. And this is what I mean by a pump and dump scam. He got his followers excited while selling his own crypto bag at the same time. In total, over $800,000 was sold by KSI over a few days and these 2 tweets.
I'm gonna be honest, I actually thought that the crypto stuff is dead. Because I didn't hear for a long time about it. I also didn't inform myself, so there's that. But it's... honestly, people really like this stuff. I don't get why, because, well, it's definitively a scam for... so only 1 or 2 people that actually get rich, but, well, people love it for some reason. And hey, right now, if somebody tells me that they like crypto, okay, it's on you, bro. It's just on you. It's done. It's well known that it's a scam, and if anybody just still wants to believe in this, just sometimes you just have to let the Titanic sink, you know. Sometimes you just let it sink.
according to Zach XBT. Now, as a quick aside, if you're wondering or skeptical of the fact that influencer tweets can have any kind of effect on a token price or volume, I whipped up a chart for you showing volume of XCAD during the days when KSI tweeted. You can see that trading volume spiked millions of dollars on those days, which in part were some of his followers putting money in as he sold. Today, the price of XCAD has plummeted from $3 to about $1. Now, as always, with such large allegations, I wanted to be sure to reach out to KSI.
And by the way, who the F actually believes that if when a influencer says something about a crypto coin or anything at that point, that it doesn't have any influences about it, that it doesn't influence it in any way? It does. It does. If you have a person who actually you see as someone, how can I say it, above you in a certain point, or that you respect in any kind of way or like, yeah, it will influence stuff. No matter what you do, what you say, it will influence stuff. Positively or negatively, it depends on the freaking way of the guy that actually says, or guy or girl, that's irrelevant. I think everybody knows what I mean. And it influences things. It is what it is. Even and even if like in my workplace, I have way more influence in the workplace than to a certain point to my freaking boss. Because when I say something, people just do it. If my boss says something, well, people are hesitant. They don't know if they should do it or not, and look at me first. So yes, if you have influence on something, well, you have influence there, and it definitively does something. Just it impacts to the thing you do, anything you do.
To give him a chance to explain these large accusations. After all, I didn't find this, Zach did. So I reached out to KSI over Twitter, and he gave me the following statement. Hey bro, I mean, I'm still HODL gang, LMAO. Sold some profit, as well as my own money, to put into Luna, thinking I would profit more to buy back more XCAD, and took a major L. Still fully believe in XCAD, the ability to earn from watching content. Honestly, you should talk to Redacted. He's very excited about this project. I never left crypto. I've just been watching it from the shadows. It's kind of hard to leave when you've invested so many years into it. So that's his statement. He then shared a personal account screenshot showing that he does have some XCAD still held. But while that's an interesting fact and an interesting explanation, it doesn't really change the core accusation of whether he pumped and dumped his fans. And I thought it was interesting KSI didn't deny the crypto wallet was his, or that he made that amount of money. He's just telling us, well,
I mean, Coffee, to be honest, you're on his ass. Of course he's not gonna deny it. If you're on somebody's backside, they know they effed up. They have to play it differently than with some stupid fucks that actually believe every word they say, so, yeah.
I'm still hodling some of it, just 800,000 of it I sold. Now, to be honest, I don't buy this explanation for a second, but I kind of was feeling like I had to leave the story there. It felt like a one-off scam that I talk about on my new side channel, Coffeezilla Extras, but the story would die there. But then I got another message, which changed everything from Zach. He said, I have one more KSI example with a different coin. Turns out on March 20th, 2021, KSI tweeted this. 2 NFT coins I'm very bullish on, Super and Earn. Any other NFTs I should look at? Now, normally when you're bullish on a coin, you buy that coin. But that's not what KSI did. See, right after he tweeted that, 6 hours later, he sold $174,000 worth of Earn token. And then 4 hours later, sells another $174,000. Now, if that isn't a textbook pump and dump, I don't know what is. He tweeted, that's the pump. Within 24 hours, he sells $348,000. That's the dump. It couldn't be more clear. Or so I thought, because I asked KSI about this, and that's where things got a bit muddy. He says, I don't really remember the details of every transaction I made. These were coins I put my own money in, thinking they would do well. I would listen to what people said on Twitter and just follow stuff. I invested in Doge, etc. I didn't have malicious intent in trying to scam. I was new to crypto, so I was excited, putting money in random things and trying to chase the pumps, and ultimately lost heavily. I hope people didn't take advice or tweets as gold, because looking back at my track record, I was effing dog shit. I wish I was an evil genius that would pump and dump at the right time, because then at least people would say that I had some wit about me. Reality is, I was just at crypto. And that's basically KSI's defense. He was dumb, he was bad at crypto, but is that true? Well, he says he put in $2 million of his own money and lost it all in the end. He says, quote, I made zero profit on crypto. In the end, I lost it all on Luna. Look, I haven't seen his accounts. Maybe that's true. Either way, even if he is bad or dumb with crypto, it doesn't explain the pump and dumps. Like, telling people you're bullish and then selling is not explained by, I was new, I was dumb. And I said as much. I said, I'm just trying to understand why you traded the opposite way that you were saying on Twitter. And KSI replied this, because I thought I was getting trolled. Honestly, every time I tweeted something, the opposite would happen on the market. So I decided to tweet the opposite of what I was actually doing and still took an L. So just to be clear, KSI's story that he's going with is that he thought the market was against him, so he publicly said one thing while privately, secretly doing the opposite, which is kind of the definition of a pump and dump when you promote that to a big audience. You say you're gonna buy to your followers while secretly selling. Whether or not it's a successful pump and dump, whatever pump and dump, that's what it is. Now look, I understand that people are going to have conflicting ideas of whether this was malicious or not. And I think it's going to entirely depend on whether you think KSI's story makes sense. I'm just trying to provide full context while also giving you my opinion on that, which is that I don't really buy that he had no clue that tweeting one thing would positively affect the price in his favor. Meanwhile, though, while I was confronting KSI, I heard a final response from Zach XBT, which I think moved the needle a bit. He said, I found another example. See, on May 11, 2021, KSI Crypto tweeted, this is about to explode. Only moments later, though, he sold $25,000. Didn't buy it, which I get it. It's a relatively small amount, but it furthers that same pattern of behavior. It's just a matter of what you think that behavior was. If you ask me, I think KSI tried to use his influence to move the market for himself in crypto through a few pump and dumps. He may have lost all his money eventually in a Ponzi scheme, but that does not make what he did okay. In fact...
And yes, of course he did it. Like, come on. But yeah, I think playing dumb is the best option for him right now. Because what would... If Coffeezilla is on your ass, you have to do something. Like, you really, really have to do something. That's the... And the normal stuff that you actually use on your freaking... people, your fans, this won't work with him. And he will hunt your ass. That's just what Coffeezilla does. And he does it masterfully. Really, oh my god, like this guy. Damn it. Damn him. And his master, like this, he does the journalism thing exceptionally well. Exceptionally well. That's not even close. I don't even... There are some YouTubers that may come close to him, but not at this rate as he does. Because, oh, god damn. So, yeah, okay.
I think it's fair to say that a lot of his followers, we saw that, he influenced millions of dollars in trading volume, went into some coins that are now doing very poorly. But ultimately, I think the true piece of cosmic irony for KSI here, though, is that he would have gotten away with all of this. No one would have known about any of it if he just hadn't logged back into Twitter for one last spin at the slot machine.
Damn. Damn.
Some profit.
KSI is beautiful. He is a freak. It's always funny to see what he has out there. And no, I am not a KSI fan. I personally, from how he actually abuses his power, I dislike him strongly. But he is so stupid about it, It's so obvious. It's so obvious what he does. And people still fall for it. And it's like, at what point are you just like, well, people wanna be stupid. That's all. Or there are just kids. This could also be an option. He just does it to kids, and that's, well, pretty very disgusting. But, well, I cannot stop it. Nobody basically can. He can do it because it's, well, legal. So, as it is, acolytes, good night.
As well as my own